Welcome guys. By the way, if you are new, before we get started, click on the subscribe button. You can also like, share and comment if you find this video helpful. We will be looking at our Euro USD, GBP USD and USDJPY. So we would want to try and see where our price will be moving the next day, which is on the 9th. Remember, we are doing this video on the 8th, so it depends on when you see these videos and watch it, by the way. So now let's see our Euro USD. Let's start with our weekly time frame for better analysis. On our weekly time frame, we are actually on a bearish move. This is the move on our Euro USD. Our Euro USD is dropping on the technical aspect of it. Our the fundamental aspect of it, Euro to USD will drop because the USD will start having more strength, which means the USD will go bullish and any other pairs relating to it will actually fall. So that is exactly what we see on the fundamental aspect of it. Technical aspect of it, this is it, bearish. Technical analysis also says we are bearish because this is our 10 period moving average and our price is below 10 period moving average. So once the price is below 10 period moving average, there's only one thing to do: short. Look for a way to short. The price might be in a pullback level. If you want to trade the pullback, then it is fine, but that is for you. But if you have to trade it on the weekly time frame, look for a way to short it. So basically, probably once the pullback is over, look for a way to enter the trade and short it. Now let's start from this level here that I've highlighted, by the way. So there was an impulse move down here, right? We had a correction that moved up to test our 10 period moving average. We had another impulse move that broke our previous lower lows. This was the previous lower lows, so we now had a new lower lows that broke below the previous one. A correction was made and we've had another lower lows which are just broken this previous lower lows. So what we are expecting is a continuous bearish move on the Euro USD. So weekly time frame standpoint, we are on a bearish move, right? So we are on a bearish move on Euro USD. Now drop down to our weekly time frame, daily time frame, sorry, by the way. We are actually on a bearish move. Let's start from this key level area we've highlighted again. So there was a drop, right? So this was the previous lower lows. There was a correction. This was the drop here. Then we had a correction at this level on our weekly time frame. This is it here. This was a drop and a correction was made. So daily time frame, it is actually showing, each candlestick. So we now add another drop. This drop actually broke below this previous lower lows. So it is a legitimate way of saying we are actually on a bearish move on our Euro USD. But one thing is that we had a pullback, and this pullback, right? One thing, we just really add a little bit of pullback on daily time frame, and we are expecting another drop. On the weekly time frame, is not really showing that much, but anyway, that is it. Let's go down to our daily time frame. It's not really showing, really visible, unlike this, pullback level that was huge. This one was a little bit of a pullback, so we are expecting a drop again, which we just add. So this is a correction that I am seeing here again. What am I expecting? Our Euro USD, another drop. Now I'll tell you two reasons why the next day on the night will be having a bearish move on our Euro USD. Now watch out, by the way, stick to it. This was and price actually pull back here. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, you see that this pullback we had on our daily time frame was actually ranging on our 4-hour time frame. This was a pullback on daily time frame, but on the 4-hour time frame it was ranging. So now let's go back to daily time frame. So we're expecting price to break below these lows. And guess what? Price actually did it. It was not 3 days ago. Price actually did it. So it is still a confirmation that we are now on a bearish move. So we would not take it as a pullback level. We will have here as a correction. And now we are expecting another pullback, which we just had today. Reason is that, first of all, this bullish move did not come to hit this resistance level to make it look that we are ranging, first of all. And the second is that it did not break out of it. It did not come to this resistance level and it did not break out of it. So it is still a legitimate way that we are still on a bearish move. See it this way, there was an impulse move here, a correction was made. I want you to get it very well. An impulse move was made here, a correction was made here. So another impulse move, you see that this impulse move break below this previous lower lows and a correction was made. This correction did not break above this highs, this lower highs here. It did not break above it, neither did it touch it. It's giving us another drop. So basically the next day again we will be having a drop on our euro USD. That is a confirmation we are having a drop. So I will see it on let's see it on our USD index, by the way. So let's start it from here. I want to also get it properly. There was an impulse move, a correction was made, another impulse move, a correction was made, impulse move here, little bit of a correction, an impulse move, we add a correction. There was, and this correction here, it's actually go to this our key level area here we were once expecting. Price came to this high this week here and it's dropped, right? Price actually rallied up again to this level and it gave us a pullback area and it gave us a bullish move, breaking above this highs. This was the previous higher highs which our price broke above it, right? So after our price break above it, we expect to see a pullback again where our price broke above it from. So this is why we add this pullback, and guess what again? What are we expecting? Another bullish move again. So this bullish move should actually break this highs, which I think it have actually broken above it a little bit. If you have to zoom it properly, you see it. So we are now expecting a new highs, and this highs to now be broken, which will be very much likely to break it the next day on the which is on the 9th of September 2020. So basically, so once we add that breakout, a bullish move on USD index, then I can show you that our euro USD will now go bearish. Since we are expecting a bearish move on euro USD and now our USD index is about to push up, so that is a confirmation we are going bearish on euro USD. Now let's see it this way properly. So let's to actually enter this trade, by the way. So to enter this trade, we will go down to our 4-hour time frame. So basically, if possibly if you want to enter this trade, I believe the price will actually break. There are two areas we are expecting it to break. This lows, which is about 0.99190, another lows again, which is about 0.98755. So basically, if the price can break below this lows, which is about 0.99190, I can assure you that it will drop down to this our lows, which is about 0.98755. So it just depends on when you're actually watching it. You can actually take your trade now. I think it will be a good opportunity to actually short this euro USD. Possibly safe, it might even break below this lows, which is about 0.98755. So about above all on this daily standpoint, the next day we are expecting a bearish move. Now let's see our GBPUSD. So GBPUSD on the daily time frame, we'll see on our weekly time frame. Zoom it out. We are actually on a bearish move, by the way. That is one. Secondly, price is below our 10-period moving average. This moving average you can see here is 10-period moving average. So price is below it, which means we should look to short. Coupled with the fundamental aspect of our USD, which is an increase in interest rates hike, which means our USD itself will continue to rally up, will continue to go bullish, except there is a cut in the interest rates in the US. Then it might continue. Then the USD might drop. If not, we might continue to see a drop on our GBP against our USD. That is one, right? So basically weekly time frame we are looking to actually short this GBPUSD value. I also wanted to also know that this is a key level on our weekly time frame I highlighted. So this is a low. Our price came to this level and it pushes up. it came to this level again and it pushes up, and now it is at this level, right? And we are having this huge wick, by the way. So this is an indication that we are expecting a rally movement upward on our GBPUSD. That will be on the weekly time frame standpoint. So we want to see where our price will be moving tomorrow, which is on the 9th of September. That is why we go down to our daily time frame. So basically, this daily time frame, there was an impulse move here. A correction was made here, right? So I'm starting from here, though I'm supposed to start, from up, but I'm just starting of recent, so it will be faster and easier. So a huge impulse move was made here, and now we've had this correction here. So what are we expecting again? Another impulse move, by the way. So basically, I believe since we've had this bearish move today, I can assure you that the next day we would have a little bit of a bearish move, then a bullish move again. So once we have this a little bit of a drop, then I will be seeing a rally up on our GBPUSD. Since I think we still have about as of currently, we still have about 80 plus pips more to drop on the GBPUSD. So once we have at least 80 plus pips drop, then I should see our GBPUSD rise to drop and push up. Now see it on this 4-hour time frame. See it this way. Price actually come to this level. It's pushes up. Now it has come to this level again. We are going to take it as our support level down here. So we take this below as our support level. Price pushes up. We're very much likely to drop to this support level again, which I just talked about, that once our GBP drop at least 80 pips more, we're very much likely to see a rise again. So basically, once this GBP comes to our support level, we're very much likely to see a bullish move again on our GBPUSD. That is on our 4-hour time frame. Possibly we might be seeing a ranging market movement for some times on our GBP on 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, we would want to trade what we see and not what we think. So basically, we will see a drop and a pullback. Also have this in mind also that when we see that this was the lows here, we had a pullback correction, right? So we had another drop again. And if you notice something, this recent lows we had broke below our previous lower lows. This was the previous lower lows here. So these our recent lows broke below it, and we've had a little bit of a pullback here. So very much likely to have another drop again. So once we have that drop again, I very much likely would want to see a pullback area again, which is another confirmation that our GBP will fall to our USD will first drop, then a rise. So it depends on when you are watching it. If you watch it early, fine, you might get in this trade on time. If not, you may possibly you might have missed out, but who knows how the price will play out tomorrow. It might even range safe, continue to range till the next week. So that is it on our GBPUSD. So once we are seeing weekly time frame, we are expecting a bearish move. Daily time frame also shows us bearish. 4-hour time frame says we should actually drop a little bit before you might consider going up. Now sit on our USD index on daily time frame. Full trend, we are actually on an uptrend move. There was an impulse move correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. So this actually been rallying up till we've actually gotten to this level here. We actually got to this level, this our level here, because price has actually gotten to this level. We had huge week which drops, so price is at this level again, and we had a correction. Guess what? After the correction, we had a breakout again. So these breakouts break above this previous highs here. So after the breakouts, we are expecting a correction, right? So it's exactly what we got. Now after this correction, we are expecting an impulse move on the USD index. So once USD index give us an impulse move up, then again our GBP USD will drop. So basically next day we are expecting a drop on our GBP USD. Next one I have is our USDJPY. So weekly time frame, you all can see the full trend. It is actually a bullish move. So let's see it this way: impulse move, a correction, another impulse move was made, a correction, an impulse move was made again, right? So you see, we after this impulse move, we will still have a correction, right, by the way, on our weekly time frame. But is it time to actually have the correction? Which is no, it is not yet time. USDJPY will actually push up very massively. We saw this huge move, massive move, impulse move upward, a little bit of a correction. We saw this good amount of impulse move upward, a correction. So you see this impulse move upward. I don't think it is over yet. So impulse move again, we are still expecting on our USD to our JPY. Coupled with the fact that our USD fundamental says will be going bullish with the increase in the interest rates and so basically the USD will continue to get stronger compared to any other currency, by the way. Now see it this way. After that, now let's see on our weekly time frame on JPY index. So basically we all can see this JPY index. I'll see zoom it on daily time frame, so it will be faster for us to understand. So full trend on this JPY index, we're actually bearish, right? So I think price actually range within this area here. So price actually came to this level here, it bounced up, it came down to this level, it bounced up. So it was actually ranging here. So that is why we highlighted it as our support level and we take it as our resistance level. Now guess what? Our JPY index has actually broken below it. So what are we expecting on our JPY index after it breaks our lows and our support level? We are expecting a pullback to test the area again, then a bearish move. So that is what we'll be having, possibly having next week, possibly next week we'll be having. But we want to see where the price will be moving tomorrow, which is on the night. So basically, I'm seeing you saw this little bit of candle wick here. The next day, I personally would be expecting a bearish move again. So once we expect a bearish move on our JPY, then our USD itself should actually rally up. So sit on our daily time frame. So there is a huge amount of movement here. I'll take here as the level. So price came to this level. So there is an impulse move from here. How it starts. Then a correction was made here. Another impulse move which actually broke our above, right? So again, we are expecting a correction. So basically, are we going to be having it the next day? I don't think so. I believe the next day we will open and close bullish, by the way, but possibly next week we will be having a correction on our USDJPY. So once our USD is dropping to give us that correction, then we would actually see a JPY index to will actually give us that bullish move to actually give us that correction again. It is bearish. We are expecting a bullish move correction. Same thing with our USD JPY. We are bullish and we are expecting a bearish correction. So possibly we'll be having that next week. But the next day, very much likely to actually open and close bullish. But if you close bearish, do not be surprised, by the way. So don't be shocked by it. So 4-hour time frame, it would be the time frame to actually place the trade. So basically on this our 4-hour time frame, we are having a little bit of a pullback. So if this pullback can break below these lows, a low of 142.574, let us say a low of 142.609. I'll say it again. If this USD JPY breaks below 142.609, then I'll say we are now on a bearish move downward to test our level, which is on the daily time frame. We are expecting to actually come down to test. If not, we're very much likely to see a rally movement upward on our USDJPY. So watch out for it on our USDJPY. We very much likely go bullish the next day. And if there's a bearish move, then fine, do not be surprised. Thank you.